Welcome to Now Go Lead, the podcast where we help you level up your leadership in just 5 minutes. Each episode, we provide inspiring stories and actionable insights to help you lead with confidence and clarity. Whether you're a seasoned leader or just starting out, our goal is to give you the tools and motivation to level up your leadership game. Hello and welcome back to Now Go Lead. Can integrity be outsourced? When you choose to lead others, you also choose to outsource your integrity. As a leader, you empower trusted employees with critical components of your operation. People on your team are given responsibility for delivery, customer service, problem solving, and ownership. You probably become hyper aware of this arrangement when someone in your organization doesn't represent you well. A ball is dropped, a customer is unhappy, or someone quits being responsive. The integrity of the leader is called into question when others don't live up to the standards you've set for yourself. Nothing will test your leadership more than having to take complete ownership of the mistakes or misdeeds of someone on your team. So today there exists an almost inseparable link between Nike and Michael Jordan. But it started back in the early 1980s when Jordan first entered the NBA. Although there were several potential suitors like Converse and Adidas, Nike ultimately won the relationship that would change their fortunes for decades to come. Almost from day one, Michael Jordan became the face of Nike, and his sneakers were perennial bestsellers. By the summer of 1992, Michael had won 2 consecutive NBA championships and was a legitimate global phenomenon. But there was little time to rest, as recent changes to the rules of Olympic basketball meant that, for the first time, professional athletes would be allowed to compete in the games. The famous Dream Team of 1992 dominated the field that summer and cruised to a gold medal. However, ahead of the celebration, a big problem emerged. Nike rival Reebok had paid millions of dollars to put its logo on the clothes that the players were supposed to wear during the gold medal ceremony. The players were essentially required to wear the jackets with the logo, so this presented a real problem for Jordan. He knew well who he represented, and he also knew that photos of him wearing a rival's branded logo would be a PR nightmare. Instead, in a moment of brilliance, he decided to drape an American flag over his right shoulder during the ceremony, which effectively covered the logo. It was a profound statement of loyalty and a clear signal to Nike that Michael understood the important role he played in carrying the Nike name. So as a leader, you must take the time to remind others how much you have entrusted to their care. You must not only empower your team, but also remind them of the huge piece of your soul you're putting in their hands. I mean, how do you practically do that? How do you outsource your integrity to your team such that they hold it in the same high regard as you hold it for yourself? In my opinion, it comes down to 4 commitments. The first is that you have to set a vision for each person on your team. If you're going to take the risk of putting your name on someone, you need to set a clear vision for them. Each of your direct reports should have a clear vision of what they're striving to become. Work together to identify their shortcomings and show them a path to overcoming them. The second is to watch your words. What are you telling people? Words can sometimes become self-fulfilling, so you need to be careful when you say things like, "You're not a great communicator," or "Maybe project management isn't your thing." You could be telling the truth, but once you tell someone they're not a great communicator, good luck trying to get them to improve their skill in that area. They may just resign themselves to the reality that this is all I'm ever going to be. Remind them that they can become what they need to be to represent you well. The third is to embrace the awkward. You need to create an environment where you can have safe conversations with your team. If you don't have access to the fears and unanswered questions of your team, then you need to go deeper. Embrace the awkward questions and conversations that need to happen to move the relationship forward. The goal is for them to understand how you think and feel about the difficulties they're facing. This is the only way they'll ever respond to the outside world in the same way you would. The fourth is to be a blanket. Your team should feel completely loved and safe. If you want your team to represent you well, they need to know that you'll be there for them if things go wrong. Things are tough on the front lines, and your team will need a place to retreat occasionally. They will only go back out and keep fighting if they know that you're fully behind them. So take 5 minutes and think about this. What does it mean to have others represent me in the world? What values must I impart to others so that they represent me well? It's time to now go lead.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Now Go Lead. Join us next week as we cover a brand new leadership topic and help you level up your leadership in just 5 minutes. For more resources, tips, and inspiration, visit our website at nowgolead.com. You can also connect with us on Instagram at nowgolead and on LinkedIn. We would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more leaders like you. Also, don't forget to share this podcast with your colleagues and friends who are on their own leadership journey. Now Go Lead is produced by HP Engineering Studios in beautiful Northwest Arkansas. Now go lead.